Austin Egbe is Regional Advocacy Officer at the West African Democracy Solidarity Network. He's also a fellow at the Ford Foundation. He joins us live from Benin City, the capital of Nigeria's Edo State. Austin, what are you making of this election in Guinea? I mean, could it be conceived in any way as being fair?
Well, thank you for having me and a compliment of the season. So it is important to state this clearly. I do agree with most of the commentaries that you've earlier heard. It's clear that whatever is happening in Guinea today, despite its military to civilian authority, the most important of all is that the people of Guinea will get the opportunity to vote that individual, whether General Mamadi Doumbouya become president or not. The people of Guinea, those have the opportunity to choose who leads them. That democracy can truly be restored in that country. That is the most important and priority, so that freedom can be restored. Even though we know that the election failed, all manner of election integrity, transparency, and some form of accountability, we know those facts, but the country needs to restart its democratic trajectory. And I think it's in the right direction that will pursue this democratic pathway for the country.
But it's something which has been replicated across West Africa. Why do we have this level of instability here, with flawed democracies being taken over by flawed military regimes?
That is a bane today in the West African region. The problem is when leaders continue, they try to copy the same pattern. We've seen alteration to constitution, change of tenure, elongation of tenure. In fact, that's what happened in Guinea when Alpha Conde contested for the third term bid. After the third term bid, people began to protest, and there was attack on the people, on the protesters. Several citizens of the country were killed. The same thing happened when Compaoré went for a third term bid in Burkina Faso. The same thing happened with bad governance in Niger, bad governance in Mali, and of course, maybe not the same in Guinea-Bissau when Umbalo deliberately organized his own coup. But the real problem is democratic backsliding. There is a case where elected officials no longer hold on to the tenets of democracy. They literally behave as if they are dictatorial administration. But again, the military actors are not also free. The military actors present themselves as saviors. Before you know what's happening, initially they said they were going to deal with insecurity, they were going to uplift the livelihood of people, they were going to improve the standard of living of citizens. But soon after, maximum 6 months, we've seen that in Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, we've seen that in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. 6 months after, the same authority, military authority, who have blamed the civilian authority of all manner of malfeasance, bad governance, soon began to replicate the same action. That's the same thing that's happening in Guinea-Bissau today. When the military authority took place in Guinea-Bissau in 2021, there was a lot of praises. The citizens went on the street, they were excited. But today, it is no longer the case. The same thing happened in Niger. It is not the case in Niger today. People now want democracy. Afrobarometer report stated clearly across West Africa region that citizens want democracy. Citizens prefer democracy over authoritarian rule. But to legitimize this authoritarian rule, military leaders soon began to change this constitution. Look at what happened in Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, for instance. First, the colonel who took over power said he was not going to contest the election. It was okay, everybody had agreed. But after the referendum and the constitution, the new constitution then increased the tenure from 5 years to 7 years and gave him the laxity to contest election. And today's election in Guinea-Conakry is going to be a one-way thing. Colonel will return, or no, General will return as president of that country. And the whole idea is to sit in the ECOWAS heads of state meeting, because right now, Guinea-Conakry have been suspended from ECOWAS meetings. They do not have the privilege of making decisions for the region. Moving from military to civilian right now give them the opportunity.
Austin, great having you on the program. Austin Egbe, the Regional Advocacy Officer at the West Africa Democracy Solidarity Network.
Thank you.